Silence. That camera. Companion.
The national presidents, was as God's association. We want to welcome you to this congregation. This world, listen to this word. And I want to believe we are bringing to our one intimate holiness. I'm calling the national president to come all the honor so that we can start in earnest today's activities. As the story plays, let us focus on the purpose of our gathering together this afternoon. Let us focus on the purpose of our gathering together this afternoon. Gentlemen and seniors and fathers, you are welcome to this unique meeting. The annual AGM scheduled to be 24 on the 12th Saturday, October 2025. From President.
Did I ever do that? Yeah.
Member BOT on the moment yesterday. Icon 2025. There are so many times to attach to share. So we call it 11, the task goal. Just a minute. With the clapping of this size. Let me welcome. Member BOT High Commission. Political Association to the high table sound. And shady leaders. Can we give you the round of applause? Now we jump around for shady leaders. By shady leaders.
Thank you. Yes. Before I own it, I should talk about this one. So that's good.
Somebody is going to be gone. It is already gone. God for, God for, and God for. In view of that, let me go on Pastor Taiwan for divine submission. Pastor Taiwan for divine submission this morning. We want to talk to God. I want to commit every activity to God's hand. Thank you. It's very long. We all have to give you all. We give you all the glory. We give you all. Father, in Jesus' name. Our Lord our God, I want to return one of your Spirit. Thank you for what you have been doing in our lives. Thank you for the Bible successful students. Thank you for the program we have today. Thank you for speaking. We have continued with your dates. We want to come and share this program in Jesus' name. We are going to deliberate upon Lord. Let it receive your divine blessing in just a way. In Jesus' mighty name, we pray. Thank you, sir. We can now number 6. Just we said on because if you look at our progress, it is the national anthem and the school anthem that is set. And that is just for the second. So we are starting up to all the nation of Nigeria that recite the national anthem simultaneously the school anthem. Please let us rise for the national anthem. Let us rise for the national anthem.
The Nigerian national anthem, which are outward from the basic flag of a new nation,
The school of attention. Okay. Praise God. I'm sure now the sisters. I will know them. I will start this session of this program. Who is who? We like to know our seniors, our father. Of course, Baba Sheikh guys is a well-known personality as far as the Lord's and session is concerned. But I will still move to him and let him say something, let him say something about himself. So, my name is Elder Sheikh Peters. I belong to 5963 sect. Thank you, sir. My president, we know you are the president of citizens of the Papa.
I am doing where I was Okiba, the brigade, a class of 76.
Well, I know this thing is well known to me. But I'll still go to the table. I'll still go to the table. Okay. I said because these are the guests who anyway, but then go back to them. My message. I didn't know 1987, National Vice President. Taiwan, 1987, National President. Olashiko Abubakar, 1978, the National General Secretary. 1 year Somali, 1981 state, the National Secretary. Emmanuel Omoni, 2006, Federal Advisory. Chairman Mayor Kitchen, Assistant General Secretary. Basically, Chester. Amin, Orlando, 81 cents. Suleiman, the 81 cents. Good evening, everybody. My name is Owa K. Odesha, 1981 state, and I'm the funding teacher. Sorry about that. My bad. I'm the Utopia secretary. I'm thinking about money, that's all. Australia, welcome. 87. I'm the president of our brigade self, and also the deputy worker of the chairman. Thank you.
And Jimo can pay particular 81 cents.
Ayọ̀délé àwọn ọba ìlú 76 cents.
Bọ́lá mi pọ̀ sí Kọ́lá mi. 76 cents out of the house.
Also, you are in the issue. 76 cents. J.I. is the captain.
My name is Alayo. It's a set. You say yeah. Okay. My name is
Isubi Adilo Adilo. If I said, operational hours.
My name is Kenani Trust.
My name is 75 cents.
My name is Manuel. That is the first second. The former second.
William Saab. Also, this one, 1984 cents. William Saab.
Dr. I really do it. 1981 cents. Popularly known as Crossing.
Dr. Nashif was at 1981 cents. Then after shift. It's very helpful. That's a really bad luck. I'm the principal of the school. First part, I will just illustrate this.
I'm going to say, Salaam the free classmates of our students. There we go, who was that? We are moving. The following so should please go to the high table. The vice president is Adewale to the high table. The GMs at the right of Abubakar to the high table. The assistant GMs, Mr. Shebu, Ayodele to the high table. The treasurer, Pastor Dawa, to the high table. Financial secretary, Mr. Alhaji Salami Wale to the high table. Legal advice, Imam Omolitoyantebo, Welfare Officer Mr. Kola, contestant to the right table, official member. That I will not be, but we set our head together outside. Mr. Padibu, I didn't go to the right table. But we will come down together for them. Join your hands together for them. Join your hands together for them. Now we're moving to the president's opening report. President, open remarks. Please let us listen. While the president is getting set, who is to take the reading and adoption of the minutes of the last meeting should please take secondship.
I can learn this from you.
You can go over auditor. Negotiable. International.
I can't shake the hand what you're saying.
I think it's, I think about 1987.
Yes. Presidential address.
The member for the occasion. Fellow convoys, ladies and gentlemen. Before I begin my address, I want to take a look at the call. It is handling population. And that brings before my question, my rhetoric question. Do we need an association? The same old people that we are seeing, it is that the state is high for membership, participation, or because the non-talent and the daily attitude, the progress of the school, well, work for the digital crop. Having said that, it is with deep gratitude and humility that I present this event for the close tenure of the National Executive Committee operated in 2023. This marks the completion of our fellowship and the moment to reflect on our shared journey over the past 2 years. For we and we for this, our mandate is clear. To strengthen our position, complete our common leader, and deepen bonds among them. Yes, by the grace of God, the basic support of our apostolic capacity, I can report a significant measure on the basic front. Above that, each unit and hand of further. That again is unfortunately renewal. I think go to public address of the people. Connect in the first project, which not only build our food, Also free funding for other works, such as for their mobile events, the abandoned building, and the project extension entrance. Post project original hall underwent a comprehensive renovation from roof to tiling, electrification, and aesthetics, thereby transforming it into a facility architect pride of the whole body. Some collapsed sections of the former building were reconstructed. The another building office renovation was also initiated, while various sets added response to upgrade of laboratory building rooms, procurement of collections, and the multipurpose facility. Next is building and four. Our coaching and counseling program continues, while a portion and mentorship sessions project is carried out. You wish to know that recently our friend and the person to attend that where said the now University of the now University of Agriculture and the tomorrow among others. We are going to lay the groundwork for the education course fund, designed as a sustainable platform for the academic prevention beyond the life of any investment. There is for the knowledge of this. That we mentioned of IHS progression and not projects.
Thank you, sir.
On the progression,
Thank you, sir.
again, we recall that students are raised last election. As other state administration. This led the commission and registration of the profession, the corporate affairs commission, thus preventing the registration of Ibadan football industry. I'm happy to inform the House that this issue has been adequately resolved, as most of the president's area itself have been brought back to the old footballs. They have voluntarily accepted to cross the name professions for Boys High School Boys Association to be certified
Thank you,
for
sir.
the CAC.
Yes, thank you, sir.
However,
Thank
the
you.
registration process encountered from the problems three ways. Thank God, the guilty members are making efforts to solve this problem. On the other hand, the education platform each year's presentation to the CAC was successfully completed. The construction of the mosque, which was initiated by some state members of the group, was to be a rich representation and rich in calculation of IDHS master plan. This issue has been laid to rest. But the court order this issue has been laid to rest. As the court work order was issued by the members of the board of trustees, and this has been amended by the executive college. Only recently, one of our own excellent over Senator and Free Landoja, the member of the class of the day, was crowned as the Ibadan of Ibadan. The old boys ready to speak is of action by the Nigerian Television Association. He also presented in the goal of bank, which is presently mounted in conspicuous place in river Ibadan. Also, number 4 member and the DOT members for the education trust fund, Professor Adeleka was installed as the Antidotum of the Kingdom, while Professor Yusuf Ali was also installed as the Imperial Secretary of Learning. The way to see the delegation from members of different fronts. I want to mention for the link to participate and immediate so that both lives and family health and patient webinar and the continuation of our flagship program. Sign out with ICT and online aid. Thanks and individuals continue to contribute generously and the efforts of my college for appreciation award. Today, we can get another appreciation award. All of this is a mention from this possible by the goodwill of member. Relations continue to efficiently apply, and our accounts remain open to believe. The spirit of transparency. For the record, details statement intended by American State. Now, the IIT and the DBA users facility. During this period, our school was chosen for the fighting of the fiber optic group by DBA here. While the initial program is very big, solar backup, and security. Potential rising noted, of course, we have needed funding without ICT hardware. We have therefore pressed for the installation of the 20 construction laboratory, solar panels for the alumni, computer studios, and clarity for the data of the funding standing. We are confident that this will translate for them to last benefit of students and teachers. We all have needed because of being constructed as that work for the DDA is part of being of education. Let's finally take a look at balance. By any journey, I was not valid because some of these are inconsistent and low value generated for annual leave. I will speak. We just have complex and page of annual leave. This is 10 months year. Also, those self-education that is must be very big to engage the person for program of work life. Also, it's maximum discussion and the partnering for include members. Prominent among them are the immediate president of the court. Also, was Dr. Additional, Yawali, and the former Vice Chancellor of NAP, Dr. Jiringa. As a special bowser, I must acknowledge the immense contribution of my colleagues, most especially the staff of the speech, that contributed about 8 million out of a total of 20 million was used to the public fund. I must also acknowledge support or concede. The data says, and indeed, every poor boy belongs to Christ in kind and in spirit. Faith association has principally served its one time paying. So the New Testament decided to be known by what I choose. My prayer is that the incoming judgment will build on this foundation, surpass our efforts, and place by the voices who hold voice position to even greater life. Together, we continue to restore as the school and our association begin shining light, light of humanity. Thank you all. God bless all that you do for the association.
That's comprehensive presentation of prayer this morning. We move now to item 6. Before that, let me call on the legal advisor on yesterday to please step up to the item, please. Take your water and come to the item, please. That is protocol. Thank you. Minutes of the 2024 AGM. Call to order. The National General Secretary called the meeting to order at exactly 11:16 a.m. He called on the Vice President to stand in for the President to direct the meeting. Divine submission. Divine submission. Pastor Taiwo Aino conducted the opening prayer. The Hamiltons, National, Oyo State, and school anthems were read. Recognitions, the MC Salah calls notable elders, members of the Board of Trustees, and dignitaries to the high table. President's opening remark. The President had earlier on recorded his address to the House, his other tight family engagements of Lagos. The address was thereby relayed to the House. He gave all this an adoration to Almighty God for making the day possible and appreciated all the members for their support morally and financially. He called on the New Year presidential address, outlining the national executive's vision for the association's growth and raising the academic standard of the school. He listed the achievements of his regime for the last 1 year, which included A, reconstruction of the school fence, B, fortification of the school fence with constructive wire to improve security, C, renovation of the drainage around the fence, D, replacement of the school gate with a new one near the end of the field.
Confirm again. Maybe you don't.
E, construction of a new box culvert at the entrance of gates towards the Leon Sigma Fence. F, first list of Dr. Bode Amau Park. G, major renovation of Oyeshino Floor. H, and work of an normal building. I, repair of culverts at the school main entrance. J, repair works on the fence behind the technical workshop and biology laboratory. K, connecting the listed generator with reclined wire
to Oyekinohol and others. He also highlighted on members' benefits as stated in his New Year address. He touched on group life insurance program for members, discounted diagnostic tests, alumni games for camaraderie and fun, on alumni intervention to enhance academic excellence. He mentioned the increased engagement with the school management and state educational authorities for SSCE-rated tutors. He encouraged education consultants to support our efforts with constructive ideas. He acknowledged the alumni coaching and counseling program, CACOP's continuous support for improved academic standard, which is yielding positive impact. He also mentioned the time house with identified items. He remarked that the program is now in its third edition and has received remarkable support from members and guests, and hope that it will grow in relevance as years go by. Awards. We announced the presentation of appreciation awards to our financial contributors for one project of program from October 7, 2023. Challenges. We acknowledge the consistent financial support from members, especially the annual dues payments. Poor enthusiasm and nonchalant attitude from said groups. We mentioned about the progressive action issue, which has denied the IHSOA of being registered with CAC. Reconciliation efforts ongoing are being coordinated by the members of Board of Trustees. For pictures, they are now demise of some notable members of our association, such as Professor A.O. Oleolo, the immediate past national president, Dr. Shino Ojewale, Mr. Latsi Lawal, member of the electoral committee, Osiparo of Ibadan land of Latif Adedigbe. He prayed for their souls to rest in peace. Closing remarks. As we begin the second leg of our time, we promise the continued progress, both by the dedication and generosity of members. He pleaded for their unity of purpose, powered by our shared passion for the association's growth and excellence. He expressed heartfelt gratitude to all supporters, both in cash and kind. He then promised that together we'll achieve greater heights. Reading and adoption of minutes of last AGM 2023. The minutes was read by National General Secretary. Observations were made. The name Rodri Ayorunde was wrongfully spelled. The names of Barrister A, Barrister Omoni Emmanuel, B, Rear Admiral Adeshoko Lateef Akintola retired were conspicuously omitted from the attendance list. It was also noted that the lettering of the minutes were too tiny for easy reading and should be improved upon subsequently. After the observations and corrections were made and effected, Mr. Yahaya Akinbile moved the motion for the acceptance and subsequent adoption of the minutes. Professor Yusuf Olaulo Islam seconded the motion. The minutes was then adopted for use. Presentation of secretarial reports. Presentation of secretarial reports. The National General Secretary's reports at the election of new elective new executive officers in October 2023 with their names and offices. The GS informed the House agreed to confirm the nomination of two members in acting capacity to replace one financial secretary who relocated to Canada, legal advisor who has remained highly incommunicado since elected. B. The achievement of the ESCO in the last 1 year, which include but not limited to the following. The project team, led by engineer Shola George, 72 sets, was put in place to supervise the reconstruction of the school fence with a fundraising team to raise 20 million naira for the project. 1973 sets embarked on rehabilitation of the generator house, purchase of a new 75-amp battery, and servicing of the Lisa generator. The alumni coaching and counseling program ACOP organized afternoon coaching classes for SS1 to SS3 students in 11 key subjects throughout 3 terms of last academic session. Thanks to our major sponsors, 2 tactical and technical committees thanks to our major sponsors. 2 tactical and technical committees of education and maintenance were set up for the development of the school. Dr. Bode Anaopa was rehabilitated. Oyeshino Hall was given the touch of history. The generator house was connected to the hall with a required wire. Security wire was installed on the fence constructed, and solar lights within the school premises were repaired to improve the security situation in the compound. 1993 sets improved on their activities of multi-purpose court project with a 3D painting of the court surface. Dr. Kayode Iwedemi of 83 sets palliative items to the teachers, non-teaching staff, as well as NYC members worth millions of naira. Renovation work was carried out on the alumni building with emphasis on correction of the structural deficiencies noted on the building and others. The list of other primary projects that require intervention was read out. Refurbishing of the seminar room into a hall of fame, provision of the power generator with commensurate carrying power in the hall, composition and launching of the Education Trust Fund for the upliftment of the academic standard in the school, rehabilitation of the technical workshop to improve technical education, the floating of mathematics laboratory projects to improve the teaching and learning of mathematics, sand filling of the sports field, refurbishing of the national question, challenges, the denial of the registration by CEC of the National Association IPHSWA as a result of the earlier registration of IBHSPOBA by a spiritual group. This is receiving serious attention from the Board of Trustees members for amicable settlement. On the activities members on IPHSOBA mobile WhatsApp platform, appeal was made to members that are not yet on the platform to join, while those that are in the practice of dumping jobs there to desist. On our association finances, we need to improve on the payment of annual dues, while the issue of funding our AGL should be looked into. Obituary. We lost notable members in the cold hands of death. Notable among them are Sir Professor Adekunle Okunolowo, immediate past president, Dr. Shina Ojoale, 3, Latif Lawal, member of the electoral committee, 4, Uspalugun of Ibadan land, of Latif Adekunle, we pray for the repose of their souls, return peace. Conclusion, pray for joy mercies for home. Reactions, responses to the Secretary's reports. It was observed that the capacity of the generator being requested for is not stated. Architect Ebenezer Ogunbiyi suggested for the inclusion of assistants for some key positions like Financial Secretary and Treasurer in the future amendments to the association's constitution. Professor Yusuf Olaoluwajisan commended the executive members for their commitments and called on members to give them encouragement and the necessary support. Architect Ogunbiyi called on the various sects to identify individuals intersects and coordinate them for the national association. Professor Yusuf Olaoluwajisan later called for acceptance and adoption of the reports discovered that John was called Yomi Adeniran. Financial reports as read below. Response reaction on the financial reports. The Vice President, in his capacity as the team lead of the fundraising team for the reconstruction of the finance, corrected the figure given as the total amount collected on the first project as announced. The financial reports was then accepted and adopted through a motion moved by Yomi Adeniran and seconded by Alabi Isbaudin. Business of the day. The national president, through his vice, presented the National Executive Committee's proposal for ratification on health and life insurance program for members. 2, composition and launching of education trust fund for raising academic standard in the school. B, presentation of new members for confirmation in acting capacities as the National Secretary, Wale Salami. 2, legal advisor, Emmanuel O. Omoni Barrister. Response and reactions. Ayode Awobade called for the adoption of the nomination for confirmation and was supported by Yomi Adeniran. Professor Yusuf Adesan then moved for adoption of the activities listed under the business of the day and was seconded on the motion by Alabi Isbaudin. Award ceremony. The award ceremony was in 2 parts. 1, the honor of the past national executives as led by Asiwaju Dr. Bode Amao Okoyen for 17 good years. 8 of the members benefited from the award. 2, the philanthropists and donors pushed our vision of development and raising academic standard of the school in the last 1 year of our tenure. In 4 categories vis-a-vis cumulative donation of 1 million naira and above last award. 10 beneficiaries received this award. Cumulative donation of 500,000 to 989,000. Ruling class 12 members received this award. Cumulative donation of 100,000 to 499,000 naira. Ruling class 23 members received this award. Cumulative donation of 5,000 naira to 99,000 naira. Certificates of appreciation. 21 members received this award. Response and reaction. Responding on behalf of all the recipients of the awards, A member of the Board of Trustees, Bashar Family, appreciated the national president and his team for deeming it to honor him. He showered encomium on the members for their preaching support morally and financially to the association. He also pledged his loyalty to the oneness of the association, thereby announced the donation of 1 million naira to the association and 100 students' tables and benches to the school. Principal's report. The principal in his report appreciated the national president and his team, as well as the entire members of the association, for all the developmental efforts in the school. He enumerated the efforts made to have an improvement in the SSCE results, both in WAEC and NECO for 2023-2024 academic session. He acknowledged the positive impact that the afternoon lessons organized by ACOM had on these results. He remarked on some social and outdoor activities that the school not only took part, but also did well. He then pledged not to relent on the feats achieved so far. AOP. Other activities engaged in include A. Alumni games involving the playing of 1. Table tennis, 2. Ayò 3. Chess, 4. Monopoly, 5. Draft board. On the T-shirts and card design for alumni games, it was observed by Hayati Abubakar Job at the name of the house who will be renewed and replaced with boy. The T-shirt was consequently approved for use, but it must be coordinated by the executive to serve as income generating venture for the association. B. Medical checkup of members to test their BP level and other tests. C. Business fair, where we allow one of our members to display his wares and market his product to members. Closing remarks. The acting president, Neron Adewale, who stood in for the president, and all the members and attendants, and those on live stream for their unflinching support. He promised that deliberation and action will continue to effect the prompt takeoff of the Education Trust Fund without much delay. He solicited for their continued support for the next round of our tenure. He prayed for more blessings and God guidance on all. Wish them safely back home. Closing. The meeting was brought to close with a motion moved by Lambe Shurubi and seconded by Oshore A.O. The closing prayer was said by Lati Abubakar and A.M. Alasupo to adjourn meeting the next year at 3:48 p.m.
Thank you, my dears. Words presented to the audience. We now move to the second report. Second reason. Starting on the established football, along adoption of the units being worked by the assistant secretary. Yes.
My name is Dr. Babakari Adelu. Having listened carefully to the needs led by the Chancellor General and of how there's no vision, but the vision is detailed. I have no solution for the adoption of the needs Thank you. Welcome, sir. Second year, friends. Okay.
I want to bring the adoption of the bill.
Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon. Trying to stand on the existing established protocol. I only want to add to what my president, our team leader, have listed as part of the activities for the association for the last 1 year. Though his report comprised of what we have achieved in the last 2 years altogether. But by and large, the only addition that I just need to add is one, by constitution, the national executive was so designed to meet the BOT at least once in a year. We were only able to comply by this constitution just this and 3 weeks. We met the BOT members led by Baba Odeyawo, and we gave them the report of our achievements so far. And they were so delighted and happy with the leadership of the ESCO as led by Rear Admiral Oloye Latifa Etokobo Itola retired. Those in attendance with Baba were Elder Shady Peters and Professor Daniel Iko. On the side of the BOT members, some took some gave their apology for absenting at the meeting, and we were advised on some issues as directed by the Constitution, which is supposed to be, they are supposed to be in the advisory capacity. Then again, the correction notice or the correction they asked us to do on the T-shirt. I think you would have noticed, those of you that have purchased your own T-shirts by now, you would have noticed that we are taking to that correction for the T-shirt. And it is being coordinated by the national executive as directed. So, on the T-shirt and cap. Then, on the IBHS OPA as an association, in registration by the CAC, we made frantic efforts to get the association registered. But each time we made one move, we always get with the barrier. And we reported this one also to the POC members as well. We have been rightly advised to take the necessary and decisive action, which we are going to decide on later. And we will let the House know where we are actually doing on that as well. Then on the formation of the Education Trust Fund, we realize that running of academic counseling and activities alongside coaching and counseling, which is the committee that is running the actual lesson for the students. we are always cap in hand, soliciting for sponsors from individuals. And these people have been assisting us for a very long time because that is an idea in which they are key into. But we don't want to wait until when the donor fatigue will set in on their parts. And that's why we say that we should try as much as possible to set up a kind of a foundation purposely for academic development of the school. This we brought to the floor of the house at the last AGM, and it was approved. So we set in motion to get the ETF registered. The ETF has been registered with CAC, with the following members as board of trustees. The chairman, Professor Moruf Adeleko, as the chairman of the board of trustees for the ETF, pharmacist Adesomi Popola as the vice chairman, Mr. Shegun Remi Adejumo representing the UK Forum, Mr. Olusegun Ogunleye also representing the USA Forum, and Professor Olushola Adeniran as the ETF secretary. These are a group of educationists, and they have been the ones supporting this idea of sponsorship of our afternoon lesson. So putting them is like putting the round pegs in the round hole. So, and they have agreed to do the work diligently. Apart from registering with the CAC as required by law, we have to register as well with EFCC, of which we have done that one as well. They call it Sukum. The lawyers will know what that means. So we have done that one as well. So today we have the intention of inaugurating the ETF board members officially at this ceremony today. But the feelers we are receiving from the members, first from Pharmacist Adesomi Popola, the said members can agree with me that he has a regular family outing today, which his attention is very, very necessary to be around. So we can also, Professor Adeniran just sent me a text message that he's stranded in Sokoto now, that he missed the flight due to flight cancellation in Sokoto yesterday, that he had planned to be here this morning, that he's still around in the Sokoto. Shegun Remi Adejumo is in UK, and Shegun Ogunleye is also in US. Though Shegun Ogunleye promised to be available, but I don't know what really happened, that is not here around again. Professor Moruf Adeleko just sent in the message that he's down because he has been busy with some family duties during the week. That is not strong enough to be here physically. So that's just the situation why you have not. We have reserved a seat for them for the inauguration, but not finding that we still continue with their work. And on page 18 and 19 of our program is the idea that we have for the establishment of the ECL. So that will be just guide us on what is the idea behind the Education Trust Foundation that we have set up. So we are, and the National Association is magnanimous enough. I mean, my national president is magnanimous enough by giving us a running note of $1 million to start off with this ETF. Thank you. Thank you, President. So this is just in addition to what the president preached to our hearing. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, sir. We now move to the financial reporting. The reset, sir. IBHS OBA, income and expenditure of the association from 2nd October 2024 to 25th September 2025. Total income. Balance as at 2nd of October 2024. These are the breakdown. Balance on the obligation account. 5,737,049 4 Accounts account balance. 708,710 IDHS ICO balance. 1,996,000. The total balance was 8,442,749. Other income. Account balance. 4,859,040. High court balance. 2,035,795. Annual dues. 1,374,750. 85. Insurance. 42,000. Contribution for the renovation of the president's office. We have 3,130,020. Contribution for the renovation of the senior hall. We have 30,140,260. Donation for the funds. 2 million naira. Payment for the excursion. 570,000 naira. Payment for t-shirts and cap. 130,000 naira. Proceeds from used plans. 670,000 naira. Proceeds from all rentals. 1,370,000. Other income. 2,864,124 naira 79. Giving us the total balance of 49,185,995 naira 79. The total income for the year, making 57,628,740 naira 80. Total expenditure. Out of salaries and materials, 2,338,400 naira. Post-AGM alcohol expenses, 301,480 naira. Expenses incurred on the root conflict offices of Keys Lord 4,403,400 naira. Expenses for the renovation of President's office, 4,153,700 naira. Expenses on the renovation of Keys Lord 32,128,200 naira. Never bill, 60,400 naira. Secretary salary, 450,000 naira. Registration of IDHS, OPA, CAC, 230,000 naira. Construction of commercial behind the school hostel, 557,500 naira. Registration of ETL school with EFCC, 100,000 naira. Payment of all, 57,000 naira. Reform of deposit for C-shares and car, 100,000 naira. Reform of funds for excursion, 567,120 naira. Add for Olubadan foundation Nigeria Tribune, 528,285 naira. Bank charges, 20,980 naira per circle. Cost of checkbook, 5,000 naira. Total expenditure to 46,9,475 naira per circle. So on. The total income is 47,628,740 naira in single. While the total expenditure 46,9,475 naira per single. The total balance 11,618,264 naira 81. And that balance has been hit us in 2025. 11,608,264 naira 81. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you all. God bless you. There is going to be a slight adjustment on the program now. In view of that, I will call on the principal of the school to come and give his report before moving to another meeting.
That the national president, IBS, will be, but what's actually all voice association. The share of what it was stated by what's actually open official. All the members of the elected committee, by what's actually voice association. All members of what is constituted by what's actually voice association. The school principal, but what's actually senior, friends, and well-wishers. Said about the principal of the Request Action University. This report of the annual general meeting of the Request Action Organization today, Saturday, 4th of October, 2025 at the Nation Hall. For Request Action to the monitor. It gives me a great pleasure and honor to be here to present a report on the administration of the university by Request Action since my resumption of duty as the school principal on Tuesday, 27th October 2024. The request actually was deactivated around this time last year. I read on ground the school enrollment around 926 students, jam-packed in classrooms with just 11 teachers, one non-teaching staff, and 2 NYC core members as adult staff. The teacher to student ratio is around 1:90. And this was so pathetic. And that was what we went on for the first time, 2024-2025 administration. We are highly transparent. By the grace of God, we just say competent teachers, and 8 new agile young teachers as good duty on January 2025 with additional vice principal. Even with this, we will try to note that as we teach mathematics in DSS1 classes, and the number of students in attendance has overwhelmed all the school staff to appear to the loss of friction, especially in the infrastructure and superstructure. The great mentor and the God get great. The trend continues in the cold time of 2024, 2025. And we are know that we want to. You were always in that corner, even up to now. Other state government only pay second term money grant. When we are about to start the first term examination, passage. And that is last money grant paid up to now. Not decided. The second one of apply is not that powerful. It is talent of our young boys by discovered and creativity who now bear the transport. The last one of one of our process to read. As good director of affiliated by not unnoticed by the public. Moreover, in this year, 2025, data conducted by Oyo State Ministry of Education Center of Technology, our DSFP students had wonderful results. 270 students registered and 50 students of the examination. It is interesting to note that our students got distinctions A and credit C in all the subject example with no ordinary pass and no failure. This is so let's study of notes and achievement. I therefore use this opportunity to praise the resilience and tenacity of my student staff. The resistance and resources, money, talent, and time. Everybody wants to try to test every student at no cost. And I'm glad that it's paid off. Finally, our mission plan is clear. To inspire, to guide, and to uplift our students. The school management believe in you for the Boys High School Old Brother Station as a formidable, indomitable, and effective stakeholders. We shall be knocking on your door, please. And whenever you knock, please answer on time. Together, we can build a school system and disciplined, inclusive, innovative, and responsive to the needs of our students and society at large. Long live the conversation. Long live IGHS. We keep moving forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That is the junior school principal, the person of Mr. Oshinobe. You will collect last year AGM. The school has not been divided into segment senior and junior. But this year AGM, the school is now to having principals. The last speaker is Mr. Oshinobe, the principal junior school. While I welcome the principal senior school, Dr. Fasasi, to please cover the address.
Our Baba, representing the chairman of the BOT, the national president of Ghana Boys Movable Boys Association, other members of the high table. Mine is not just going to be the principal's report. It's going to be a farewell message. And the principal of Ghana Boys Senior. Because our interaction at this level will be the last this year. Now, elected delivered by Dr. Rashida Ebne Mataga. It's over 2025 AGM on the 1st of October 2025 protocol. It is with a deep sense of appreciation that I stand before you today to deliver what can be said to be a valedictory message. Since I have led 4 months to retirement. I came into the Ibadan for the 1st of September 2020, often with ideas and a master plan. Garnered over the years with my local, national, and international engagements. I was entirely not to just take a positive, just not to just make a positive impact, but to make a lasting one. You have the opportunity of judging it fully after my exit on the 28th of January 2026. Two, my first observation on the function was the fact that the school had no guiding philosophy when I came. The exacted mission and vision statement with core values that was sent to the immediate past National Executive Council in December 2021 for consideration and input. This was done and approved in a meeting headed by the then National President, Professor Kunle Oshun, for blessed memory. I want to thank all members of the ESCO present at that meeting for their inputs, most especially Mr. Gadi Adekoke, then National President. Whose input was massive. Shortly after, I introduced the vision and the mission statement with their core values on 2 banners. And since January 2022, the banners were pasted on conspicuous areas of the school. One very close to the entrance of my office there. And this vision and mission statements with their core values have been our guiding principles. 3, I came in at the time when there was serious concern nationally about widespread cases of examination for practices by students teaching for WAEC and ECO exams. I needed to face this problem head-on and battle with the challenges for 2 good years. Both concerned students that their supporters are well able and insistent on playing by the rules. The performance in the examination problem. People did not understand us and our approach were angry, but we did not lose our focus. We lost wide sponsorship from all the sects and groups either to support you in wide sponsorship in 2023, including the Yusuf Oladu Foundation, which however came back to sponsor us for NECO registration that year. And the reason was the poor performance of the students, especially by my insistence that we are going to play names as well. But I remain focused and on the time. Conversely, I reach out to others from outside, and to the glory of God, we broke the record of our state sponsorship for WAEC in 2023. And when I had the burden of facing the AGM target that year, I considered that I would rather end the school with poor results than a school that listed for examination of practice. In 2022 and 2023, the total of 27 and 50 schools were affiliated in Oyo State, including very popular schools. We know them, and they were greatly sanctioned. By 2023, investment, sacrificing and hard started producing results. By 2024, I am happy to inform you that not less than 1/3 of our students got directly admitted into the university. We expect more this year. Already, I have started, like for 2025, I have started writing attestation letters for some of them. And the body that is going to be passed to those, then some of them are already requesting for financial support. I have a letter of somebody who never thought his son would get admitted in the university, but the son got admitted, and the widow was able to fund the admission exercise. So she brought the letter yesterday, which are going to partner with the national secretary. And for the first time in 10 years since the establishment, we won the Francis and Diana OJ Education Foundation Award for A1 in science and mathematics. Incidentally, Dr. OJ is an alumnus of this school, and he instituted that foundation 10 years ago. I will not be able to accept that award for the past 10 years. So I'm happy to inform you that we won the award and the presentation has been made 100,000 naira for the student and for the teacher, 100,000 naira. And this presentation have been made. We thank God. I was discussing with somebody, one of the top branches of and said he was not sure we were thinking. But we have won, and I have not received the congratulatory message. 4. In achieving these results, we put in place several things, including improving their physical outlook with a golden yellow tie and teaching them 5 mind-bending matches to improve them psychologically. And to take going to the 5. 1. They are telling us that students today, there's one lesson to prepare you about themselves. The answer is going to be take it or leave me, I'll become great in life. I've also told them to say it's not just another school, it is Ibadan or like area. You decide to like or like school that data. The third one, believe the fourth one, I'm from Ibadan or like school. The fifth one, which is the last one, IDHS. The Mother School Board Association pre-coaching exercise has been greatly helping. Apart from the other efforts by the teacher, this coaching exercise, which I want to advise that to continue to be enhanced because it's already reflecting on our performance. 5. Various other activities have been put in place to move the far above others. In the past, we were contending with schools like Government College, Ibadan Grammar School, Corona College, and so on. But I'm happy to inform you that we have moved beyond those schools today. Just recently, the issue of the school of time came into it. And I'm happy that some students who moved to school of time are already moving back to the Bible high school. Because they are performing very well. I struck an understanding with the American Embassy outlet in Ibadan, the American State, that led to several workshops and training programs for students and teachers. We have also started an annual prize and an annual award and prize giving ceremony for teachers and students, in which the last two, more than ₦1 million each, was distributed as prizes to students in class. They are part of other prizes that are given to them. We attracted this from NGOs, and in the last one of the said in 1987 also falls into the, but they add their own AGM, and I think the sum of 205,000 naira was also given to attend performing students. We also put in place an annual transfer examination to ensure only quality students get transferred to the category class. Our students of our voice, and some other is to institute the transfer exam. Remember, this was one of the advice given by for the Arnold when we visited them, when we visited him when I came to 20. And since that, anyone who did the form on transfer to Ibadan that we did speak for an exam. And this has reduced the pressure or influence that people put in want to come to one election, give us quality students. So when you fail, even if you are coming from the area, coming from Africa or if you fail, bye bye. And this is one of the things that we have put in place to ensure that the body guys keeps growing. And we, during the period, we organized what can be said to be the best ever in our sport competition, both in 2023 and 2025. That we got letters of commendation as individual and as committee from TESCOM in 2017. In 2025, we got over many denied. We went when we were going to do this sport, we decided to create it in funding, and with the glory of God, we are well funded by various association NGOs and commercial entities. We have won and keep winning every available major competition, academic and non-academic. When I came in as principal, I met them focus one over time on assumption of office. The glory of God, we have added 7 more trophies with many players than medals. The participants, determination and success of winning the 63rd and 65th independent anniversary parade is a full story on its own for another time. On a final note, looking at the enormous experience Ghana teacher and later principal of the Ibadan College. Oh God. The final note, and finally, looking at the enormous experience in Ghana, I have gathered as a teacher and later principal of the Ibadan School. I propose the colloquium to look at IDH past present and to project into the future for sustainable success and growth, and produce a working document for the incoming school administration. I also propose an animal in form of a monument found in more standard schools, depicting the philosophy, vision, and mission statement of the school. They were to be my passing into the school. The national school did not, however, buy this idea. Maybe in the future can be considered. Now, in conclusion, I want to appreciate everyone, individuals, sects, and groups that have encouraged me to keep pushing on in the leadership task of IBHS. Thank you so much. Every stakeholder is able to identify, stick to, and carry out his mandatory responsibility in the IBHS project. The result is in addition. My best wishes. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, the principal, senior school, just assessing for a well-read address. More grace to your elbow. Now, we want to entertain reactions as a result of the two reports given earlier. Reactions, please. As a result of the two reports given earlier, so that we can move forward. Time. Oh.
Now, on the national report, I want to observe that I also did a partner donation to the all children for not listed. 23rd of July 2025. I gave a sum of 50,000 naira.
Thank you. Okay, sir. Because the people are giving 50,000 naira, I'm going to give 50 million after the meeting.
I want to thank everyone for taking this meeting. I felt the argument today with support of the right country. What is wrong with it? I think I'm going to tell you what's in the day. But I can bring something that is the mission of the whole of everything. If I don't all the plans, I will use the things. Please and please, I want to re-emphasize my statement the right time. The only way to the solution to the problem is for each man that is sick, each person. We are victims. We are fortunate that only myself, of the chairman, the president, and the secretary are here today. I'm not happy for made a effort on getting the project. I personally, individually and collectively. What do we do? We are not. Please let go of the back and the financial contact of everyone. I want to comment the business report, both junior and senior, whatever it is, report. We are looking towards IBHS to the person. When you are there, we are looking for completely highly informed, going correct, relax correct, then transfer. Then the fact of the device and the second carrying and the second group. Which group? What area and anybody. So the community, we want to do more. Everybody getting over from this from the group must ensure that the standard is not for. We are proud to invite the every point. I want to continue to be. And finally, the effort of the last 2 years by the national health system is unprecedented. and it wants to end it. Some very appreciate you. I think level for extension of appreciate you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
Sorry, Mr. Ekode, I don't know, we discussed something about 3 years ago, I made a promise. And you said it was, I was trying that you also, you also made that promise. As the threshold is met. I remember now, you think I'm just doing it. Because I know what's going to happen about 3 or 4 years ago. Some teachers presented students, and all their students had A, they all had A. So we now decided that we gave each of the teachers 50,000 naira. I think there were 6 of them. Then, now if the students have really performed that well, we should have a mechanism that will let all boys be informed so that we can appreciate them and follow them and do some things, no matter how small, as look, what it is there. They are still about not children now, grandchildren. But they are still about voice when anything happens outside. Our movement are very advanced. But why the controller are not very advanced there? So we need to do some of these things. And then I remember the promise I made there was that if any of the students make one particular threshold that was going to do something, then the principal is strong after this. If they make it, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give 100,000 naira for students. Every one of them, no matter their number, okay, and then as encouragement, I'm also going to give 50,000 naira per teacher. Everything is subject. So please let's know how it goes. I put it to rest. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, standing on the suffering protocol. There was an information on the principle that he made a donation of 50,000 naira towards the hall of the donation, which was not reflected on this. Let me say it loud and clear that the donation was acknowledged. But the list you have here are those that have direct bearing to the Old Boys Association. But then it is noted, and I recall that this was also communicated to you as well. Then secondly, considering the performance of our students, for about 2 years ago now, it's been difficult for us to have summary of the performances of the students of this school. We've already been having some reasons why these reports are not available. When we have information that performance has been broken, we also need facts and figures. Yes, there have been some exceptional performances, which is also informed why for you to participate in the ACOP programs, you have to pass the test that is conducted with a pass mark not less than 50%. Parents try to encourage us to lower it to 40%, but we said no. We know the nature of the education standard in the Oyo State and the admission process. And if we are going to use the money of the old boys to fund
any academics. We want only serious students that can be taken care of. Now, we don't want people that will come to class and disrupt the learning structure, which is why we take the minimum at 50%. And that will maintain that from SS3 to join that group, you must score nothing less than 50%. And that is being anchored by the General Secretary and the APOC team. So if it's possible for the principal, because the WAEC result came out first week in August, this is October, we are yet to have a full report. So it's difficult for us to be able to confirm or otherwise of what we have been told. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay. You can take it off. Please.
Yeah, thank you very much. If you talk to the frequency of this object, that is where you have the list of donors. Unfortunately, I went through this 2-3 times. I cannot find the 1975 set. During this year, we ran a project that cost us 5.9 million. In addition to that, 2 of our staff members also contributed to this renovation, which is Dr. Okoye, number 18, and then Ademoyos, number 30. That is 700,000 naira. If you have 700,000 to 5.9, that made my basic 6.3 that came from 1975 set. Conspicuously, IHF is not on this sheet. I want to believe that it is an omission. That's my belief, that's an omission.
Thank you. Respond, David.
Yeah, well, that's assertion by the ex-official. What, let me just say, yes, there will be omissions in this, but there is confirmation on ground in terms of, presentation of our work, which is acknowledgement of your inputs. And I can assure you that is confirmed by the results and there. But the observation in terms of this, the materials, as far as the
gentleman who was very factual for ourselves. I'm privileged to see the whole activity from the casting team. When I was reading my report earlier, I am toothless that the multi-purpose board has been given for technical to mention the class. It is my report. I mentioned in the security multi-purpose board and the list of donors here to not capture efforts made to give us 5.2 million. Because it's not for the poor, not for any other thing. Just as 25, I appreciate you. Even though there's still room for improvement. Having said that, I also want to react to the reports of the two principles. Yes, we are not all endowed with great speech. I want to tell you that those who have achieved in life, most of them, they are not politicians, so we don't talk much. We focus on the goal. To the principles, whatever you have done, if you don't see a score sheet, you cannot accept is not for without good. Yes, there might be calculated cases. One there may be, yes, not all the good cases. What we want to hear here is this is the statement. This is the number. Those who make them, we have been having it before. But this principal was, over the bank of we had that same problem last year, but we have it this year. What we go there going to do is how are the students performing? Not isolated cases, but somebody who may be. For my tenure, I'm here to as the president. I'm noticing that there is the handshake procedure between the school, headed by the principal, and the old boys. It's not smooth. Not smooth. The principal is doing his own thing. The old boys are doing their own thing. And it's not good for the progress of the school. Each time the principal wants to talk to me, he finds just find convenient to tell the next person. And I feel insulted. If you want to make progress, you communicate. They will not achieve. Talk, on talk. Not just carrying the test. I have told the other member, you want something, talk to me. Don't just send me a text message. I'll just ignore it because text messages are they are inactive communication with you. It's not an active communication with you. I can try to open your text message after a year. If I decide to, or if you engage me one-on-one and talk about it, you will find to wake up. So how you be enjoying the slow, they are not quite a lot, but if you do so much and they are not communicating, then you are not anything. So please keep your mind, and that has brought down, down the line in the academic staff. For the past 6 months, we gathered together our daily general secretary and financial secretary. Both times I should say roaming to those schools. There was an instance I was working with the president and the principal. One of the students almost knocked us down. He tried to just like kind of trade. So they are going well, but that communication process not much as you do. Change that area. I won't say much. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
I think we have another problem is about membership. I mean, I'm really how to wait in yourself. 2, 3, 4. You came from Lagos. I mean, and the people who are staying in Ibadan, we need to resolve that problem. We find a lot of people on that forum who are busy sending all sort of nonsense. I think we shut down that forum for weeks. Because I'm not used to it. You know, I run at least 5 or so, and there's no way you can put anything there that is not part of what we are doing. It's not possible. Because that was laid from the so we have to, we are adults. And adults mean that we have responsibility. Responsibility means ability to respond. So if you're going to be behaving like then we should, we should. I went to a ceremony by a big Konagi, and on the invitation is 11 o'clock. There were about 5 people in the hall. It says tax. If it is 11 o'clock, tax. And we cannot punish those who are coming late for those who take them. So we need, the threat. Our set works very well. I think what wrong with the other city. We meet, we have all sort of meetings that we do. We attend with people who are playing their parties. There doesn't seem to be any kind of it's not associated. This association is not. So we need to be able to say, more than what I am saying or what I can say. It is very important. And yesterday, one of the things that we also learned is cleanliness. If you go to some of the programs there, you are cutting grass. You find them also get out. I spoke with the producer, and I can feel the death. I was telling my friends, my classmates, and my father tried to greet me, and my white shirt was not white. It's not good. Why like this? So we need not all the explanations, all of that. We need to put action. We need to do it. Rather than just verbalizing all of those people. I hope I've made some points without offending anybody. And so if offended,
Thank you, sir. Well, this is an AGM. This is a very powerful setting. I think what Senior Timo has raised are very germane. And in terms of our association not associating, we have had suggestions made about our sets. But I think he's able to talk about our sets because the set is working. We may have to start with how can we handle set leadership? How do we handle the issue of set leadership for us to say, oh, this is how we can connect effectively with our sets? Some people will say, oh, talk to the sets representatives so that members will be paying the annual dues. When in fact 98% of set leaders have not even paid any annual dues. How can you have a set leader that has never bothered to pay annual dues? Now he want to marshal his set people to pay. So maybe we may now need to classify what qualifies as set representative. Because that link is very vital. There are so many, but all we can be pointing at so many achievements, but they are coming from very few members. Very, very few members. If you say this, the same set of people are contributing that one, same set of people. And we have several set, at least we can start counting from 1969 effectively of sets. We can see we have like 60 different sets that we can really, if it is social amount coming from categories of sets, we won't be stressed as we have that we are putting all. So maybe, sir, at this AGM, can we determine what qualifies as a set? First place. qualifies as a sex. That you are a sex and you do not show face at all. Does that qualify you effectively as a sex? We have the issue of like the ETL, the trust fund for the education. It is to help to mobilize resources. How do you get to mobilize resources when there is nobody to connect with in the hospitals? If you don't have the sex, if you don't work on our sex, what qualifies as sex? It won't qualify as sex rate. And we are able to attach, because everything is going to stop now. If you say pay and nobody pays, nothing happens. We are still in the same spot. So how do we determine what are the benefits and disadvantages of being a compliant set or not? Maybe we can take one direction, just beyond thoughts, and something we can put in our booster. At social AGM, it was agreed that sex, what qualifies as a sex is this, what qualifies as sex leadership is this. These are the expectations from sex. Maybe then we shall be making progress. Thank you, sir.
MC,
Good afternoon. Well, I don't want the suggestion of senior. I have the relevant for what I can. You forgot it. If you have a concern, you have a plan, that's like that. Now, we looks our students and the teacher. Every year, avoided all that people we making donuts and telling them that the is 50 for our works. Any donor that said that he likes the transaction that for our work, that amount to be set aside. What can you take a lot in this hour? There is no way the expo can take up that remote. I think what that was the way to come. Thank you.
About 3 years ago. About 3 years ago, when Valigo Activity was the general secretary, I was the vice president. I raised an issue. On the platform there, we had about 200 members. I said this school has been established in 1938. How come we have only 200 members? That was then we started recruiting members, and then when we started ended, responsibility fell on the government. I think the number is still very low. Traditionally, until the year this school was established. I was at EDT High School when we were doing EDT Grammar School, when we were doing our 70th anniversary. Carnival. There are very fine junior to us. But the life model was there. Common senator. I was not moving around freely. I don't know what has happened to this school that the very difficult for members. So don't be moving great. Only very few of us are working, I don't know if it's discussion that I spoke with 3 years ago when I was in the US. I think it was him. Yes. I was not vice president, and I could see he was a boss. You see that he did not go to the I'm not saying that he was stop. I think a lot of humans of us. But they are not like us. When we went to discuss if you
As well.
come back,
Now,
this back.
no, very cool.
It was this part that they don't have.
But 11 mine.
Because the resident,
Yeah.
they don't come with that.
So fine.
They have to go and confirm it.
That's
Okay, and students were supposed to have dead. So if you go about it, 5 years.
That's it, back. What's it?
And members are watching online. Because I keep asking myself, what am I doing there when I don't have followership? So I'm here, I'm not doing my mind. You can look at it out there, ATM, 150. 150. Somebody came from the US, somebody came from Lagos, or what to Ibadan. Yeah. Those who are supposed to be here are just leaving. I'm about to finish. So we need to
About
back
to
again.
finish.
And if you
About to contact it.
I have this contribution, 10,000. And I will say, that's about 100. Out of let's start 1,000, only 100. What are you going to do with the 1 million? I'm going to wait for someone to publish. I like those who are taking up to have value to the food. I pray that I will not be called no fatigue. But when you see that you're still taking green that you have a fatigue. So what about others?
Promise.
I said that I think you should take this problem. I think very seriously. Thank you.
Thank you very much to the President and the Executive. Standing on the existing protocol. I want to. No, I'm trying. That's it. Anyways, maybe Telegram, all I know. The ATM we are talking about, sir, the publicity is not enough. I'm sorry to accept that. Why did I say that? It is not only on myself alone. The only thing I want the chairman has said, the president has said. You can send messages, people may not read it, especially when it is monotonous, that is too many. We have publicity. This is an annual AGM. The last Ibadan of a film, we have it on radio. I think this time, you will have one of our students. I got that. I said, how did this take for? It was later I discovered that it was one of our students. It was the DSP. And it was sad. All students brought him out. What that is before the advertisement calculated all over. We are having this type of an idea. Even yesterday, day before yesterday, how long are we been orchestrating it already? It is not for this level of input. Like our own AGM, the issue of money, contribution of interest, membership. We have members. There's mobilizing. Most of the leaders, like Obede, every one of them, we are many in Ibadan. Therefore, to struggle because see people from Lagos will come down and do it for us. Sorry, the late, I'm not talking about you, my president. Akintola, tí kò bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ ayé nítorí bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ ayé ẹni ọmọ ìlànà ọwọ́ sẹ́yìn náà lè máa tó létí yìí and you be and you accept some things. In no contest the government I have friends with them. And most of the time until I'm not free I share I'm sorry. What else do I had the same one? What else do I do? Is this the way we have been living? Please let's have a general take towards me. I will want to use this opportunity to beg with the executive because when you did it, the commander without this battalion is not too good. The truth. It's frustrating, and it wouldn't be fair. If any one of us who are sitting down here or some of us who are supposed to be there, 5% there, what would we think we would? It's frustrating, please. Please, let's encourage our friends. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. All that been said here today regarding membership. Membership, and especially when we need people that are forward, people that are the leadership of this set, like it has been said yesterday. I want to make this suggestion, because I find out that you will demand, I for one, I demand from people what I put in them. The military structure, for example, the military structure will have different phases. The different phases in the sense that you will have trained people in engineering, carpentry, the battalions are there, they've trained all of them. So when they are working with general, they all know what they are going to do individually. So it's easier for the general to just be an informed command. This is my suggestion. Let's listen. We want a coordination of people that will be active members. We have a lot of leaders among us. May I suggest going forward that we have an academy for leadership. Academy for the leadership is voluntary for people that will join. But how we, from what I heard today, I've shared the ideas briefly. From what I heard today, let's involve sets of chairman and vice, so that they can bring people from their sex, but they know them more. For instance, that will join the academy. It's like a leadership academy. Through that leadership academy, we will now, if it's accepted, we will now form how the working is going to be among the experts. The purpose of that is we will not be looking for people in the future that are not active. And being active is a consistent activity. If you are acting consistently, you know the vision for IBSX, you know what is coming from the executive, you will align with it. And that way, getting people to know them to pay to be much easier. Because people in the academy can be one that will move. That will move because there is quality and responsibility. When quantity is there, there will be a time quality will attract quantity. Thank you very much.
Well, gentlemen, we'll just entertain about two observations and please reveal them.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. On this issue of poor attendance at meetings like this, for me, it's like I'm cranking myself. Because today, I don't expect that the population will be something like this. We told the opposite and then. However, it is good that the people are not here. But the people that are supposed to hear it are not here. So I won't go. Oh, very good. I want to invite the secretary to do a short executive summary of this particular matter and put it on the platform. If it is possible, if you know how many powerful you you can take a set of the cost, and people are from Lagos, you take a set of that, and then put it down report for people to know that even in this Ibadan, that you have nothing less than 100, 150 people. You can't access there and we not the occupancy. That's not good enough. And if people are came all the way from Lagos, I think I can have almost 10 people here from Lagos. From US, then it is too bad. So I want to tell the secretariat to put a short highlight and what is important on the platform for everybody to read. You can see what I'm talking about. If you are not here, you are in Ibadan. You are working online. Yes, but we want to. And this is not good enough.
Your life I don't.
Maybe not even.
Good afternoon, everyone. Papa, when I saw you walk through, I was encouraged. And when you mentioned the year you attended was the water school, I was almost in tears. When we celebrated our 88th years, I will not mention the name of the senior. In 1970, and we were in the same room. He was in confined. At the 88th, I saw it happened to be the landlord. We have a small school in Lagos. It happened to be the landlord of the school, of the building we use. So I went to him. Excitedly, senior, we are going to do it yet. What is your set or you? What are you contributing? He gave me the shock of my life, sir. He said, leave me alone. When I was in the position, did I not get stupid? Did I not get, I am telling you, I was never bad. I felt so bad that I even approached him. But since that day, I stopped dealing with him. Even though it's landlord, it's my wife, every time we say, the only time I kind of reconciled was when he was seriously sick. And he told me, I mean, he used to be like this. And it's like half of this my small size now. Now, Baba, you are an encouragement, sir. You will not die before your time. Your leadership will not falter and it will not fail. We have our classmates here in the Ibadan that anytime we have something amongst the 76 set, we call it Friday Buka. On a Friday, we will just send the message on our platform. Those in the Ibadan, either the main at Dubai or the first comment to me. In our place in Lagos, we have our own Buka seated here. They will just say, we are meeting at Anthony. We are meeting at Surulere, and we will all go there. Sometimes it could be 12, sometimes it could be 8, sometimes it could be as few as even 4 or 5. And anybody among us can pay. And when we go there, what do you get there to do? It is not because of the Amala. But we just go there the banter. We have built ourselves, and we are happy that we have come. So I don't know why, when it is something to do with we want to celebrate what we eat, that we have people that gather. And we have something of this important. And we have people that are probably not sitting at home now, and they are sending messages on WhatsApp. So as Baba will show from money by Baba Kelly, so what happened? They say, no matter what we put in place, we can encourage them to come, but some will still not come, and I don't know why. Or no, I know why. Listen, there's I'm not trying to be sure that I am not wrong. The constitution that we operate has a provision for membership of the SO to include the chairmen of states that are not on the SO. In finding that constitution, there was a reason why it was put there, and it is inclusiveness. I'm not aware that the self-representatives are being carried along. Like some of you know, I'm a politician. In politics, the exclusion. Some people should go there 1 million. And that is the truth. No matter what, the girls kind of national psychology now. You can't be complaining, you know what? Because whatever is going on at all is going to do well.
You know it yourself, you need to get something done. You mobilize and you have been complaining, but you are lucky, you have your sets. You have us with you, and we got your back at every time. When President Ogun was there, it was alone. But the reality is this. The Ibadan says to all world administration is an ongoing unit. We knew what we are going through when Baba Cherry Peters was talking of one election, how much they Baba question after now. But what we want is we get to a point where our elections will be elective and will be electrifying. 2 years ago, we had that it was an elective AGM. The tension that was generated, a lot of people didn't like it, but I did. You know why? Because it didn't brought a lot of people home. We had serious problems and we were playing politics. But I was not there until only we were letting out the people who were talking with them, and we were mobilizing them. So that AGM was better. If there's not an election, if there's nothing at stake, people will not come home. But what we can do again is let's go back to contribute this as the AOB. The strength of the old association is the sex. It is not the national school, whatever you like, you can talk about there. But our strength is the sex. Yes, now, okay, yeah. No, I'm set money. Now, I'm saying this. There is as I normally say, I did something I said this right. So I'm very comfortable saying it behind here. We were talking about it's actually unity. Because it's my unity. Not even the other ones to not be able to talk to you. But what is like that space about changing that were here. I came from Lagos specifically during the I said that because I learned that there was a problem and central committee meeting. CEO was to my committee, he was everything, he was always treating me. Then I came. When you are a witness, right? When we started with the name, what's this nonsense? Professor, you come from Washington with us, like Otomi. All these centers were there, and you are telling everybody else. But why is Spanish for the people? So this nonsense. They called me, and I picked my call and I stepped out. Not before I got to the room, then I disappeared. No, you know what? Because there are only 2 of us, or only some of us, only 1 of us that can deal with it. So in the long game, we have to go back to the sense. And that's our strength. We have to go back to the sense. We have to make the sense relevant. Alhaji Afolabi Adeleko is on the 71 cents. No, 71 cents. Is on the 71 cents. Afolabi Adeleko and Abeokuta. You know what? The problem is always talking. No, no. Now, because you're always talking, you know what it does. Every time you want to pay the animal dues, it's always paying for one thing. All the assets. If you want to pass anything to them, because everybody gets it. That is now one of that's what they'll be doing. The younger ones, you are not supporting it, but we still need to express that. We have challenges today. Don't talk about international, but what is going to be our way forward? What is our strength? Let us express it. Thank you.
Thank you very much for bringing us into the cooperation of 10 members. I can assure you that you go back and bring and see how to mobilize the members to ensure that we have robust participation House, please. House, okay. We'll go back to the record, ensure that we'll have robust participation in the immediate picture. I think we should just leave it for that and move on to the next agenda. The next issue.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, good.
The next agenda is inauguration of board of trustees of Football Association ETA. Unfortunately, most of the members are not here. The one that is valid, the one in the US, on ground, others in Nigeria, they are nowhere to be found. I want to apologize to Mr. Sheldon, the executive from US to the West. From where we are, and first, as the DP, who is the anchorman to this project. We will do a virtual inauguration for the 20. I'm sorry, Mr. Sheldon. Thank you very much for understanding. We'll move to the election of 8 officers for 2025, 2027 term.
Like the president of the president says, we go to the election, making of our leadership with us 3 to 4. I want to hear from the final performance. The chairman, the national committee, please. Chairman, yes. Before I go over to the committee, now I started with the election, the branch of the constitution, the existing committee, next to stands dissolved. Can we do the front of the your nation, you can sit down, please. Yes, sir. Only POT members, all of that for okay, okay, POT member, you can sit down. Stand up, you can sit down, please. Evangelist can sit down. You know, that is how to do the so we are looking at right now on Western after the election. So we want to appreciate your work for a good job well done. We want to thank you I want to bless you for Is there not something that we want to God in mind to the Yakubos among us? The INEC officials want us to settle down. The INEC officials want us to settle down. Ex-vice president, please settle down. Please let us have a perfect audience now.
Once again, our head of good afternoon, sir. My seniors and juniors who are here on the other side of the high table, good afternoon to everybody. On behalf of the chairman, who is unavoidably absent here, I want to call all other members of this committee, the electoral committee for 2025 the general election. Other members, can you please join me over here so that you will establish your You're welcome. Sirs, here is our report for the scheduled election for the day. As at the expiration of the window for submission of the letter of expression, as advertised by the 2025 electoral committee, and this was even extended for 2 weeks after the expiration of the date for the showing of the letter of expression. After the 2 weeks extension, no other for the post of an internal auditor. And unfortunately, he is currently a member of the current SU, and he is only the same office. That's one. So, scholarship for River Cardiac is seeking because he currently holds that same post. And the top person, we have Mr. Ayode Yusha who is seeking to come back as the assistant general secretary. Having waited for others to show interest, and to date, no other person. And the implication of this, on what we have after our meeting, is that the general house is giving the clients, they have second term opportunity. But that's not our whole learning. Don't do. I will not throw it down to the house. We have to call for if they are unopposed, they have to let us know here and seconded so that they will now return back to their current offices. From the audience now. Okay.
That might be shared.
Allow us to talk about this.
I salute all of you. You're welcome.
Sorry.
We met over this issue, the DPP meeting. As Baba was sent me to you, because it's it is from the you. You have all time there. Then we allow the people that want to back of this their work. whether the decision of the people and we all agree with it. I think not in how the people support it. And why don't you you want them to continue? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. God bless. I will do.
And this junction. Yes, nobody observation or motion.
My name is Yomi Adilo, 1980s. After all said and done by the DOT, and I hereby move the motion for the return of the former executive up to the former exco to continue with the job which they are doing, because they done very, very well. Thank you.
Which man?
I am one of the possible men. Next of the I hereby confirm that the addition to the return of the board of
Thank you, everybody. By the power conferred on us by the whole house, we now return all the executives back to their previous offices. Congratulations. Yes, the president, sir. Yes. Yes. We are going to swear them in again, yes, and that is how it's supposed to be. So that normally they will be recognized and all the power will be transferred back to them from us here. The chairman, please come, another member of the ESCOs, can you come and join them here? Okay, the president, the national president, sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. The obvious, all members of the representatives, young about the tongue, to make stand forward to take the oath of office. You stand forward to take the oath of office. I think it's a sit office. Because I want to take office. No, leave the other of us to please. As we are waiting for the constitution of the association, that's the instrument of auxiliary we can have the audience that will be accurate for this occasion. National president should sit down and later we will call back to come and do the swearing in. While after that, he's going to swear in all other members of the executives and they will carry on their good job. That's what we are waiting for, please. Yes, we have the statement here. The name of office. My national president, sir, you can talk about and then later you'll be doing it for another member of the rest of we have as I will be reading this, the national chairman will be saying after the where necessary is going to stop in his name and the office. And after that, all other schools will now come. You will be reading it while others will be after him and you stop in your office and then hi. Having been elected, the post of
Having been elected to the post of national president.
this day,
Saturday, of October 2025.
solemnly swear
Solemnly swear
before all members of the association
for all members of the association
today
today
to uphold the constitution of the Ibadan State,
to uphold the constitution of the voice I school,
old boys association,
old boy association,
and to faithfully
and to faithfully
carry out the duties
carry out the duties
of the office
of the office of the national president
as provided
as provided
in the constitution of the association.
in the constitution of the association.
Best of my ability,
To the best of my ability,
so help me God.
forward of the board.
Please,
executive, please come on, final please. One night, all of you, please come up now. Please, please, please. Please. The vice president. Please, tell us about. All yes, please, we are waiting for you. Let's spend all our time, please. Please, excellence. The president. Congratulations, 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 congratulations. But I feel excited, so happy, delighted. Thank you, Baba Shemika. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. While the whole thing is going on, one of the members of the DOT, University of Otumba, doctor, lawyer, Robert, she family club. The Lord please stand up for permission and tell God, please come forward here. Please come forward, please come forward, please. Tell God, please. Tell God, please. Tell God, please. Tell God. You are so sick. Just sit inside my machine. Okay, my God. I promise. Thank you. Thank you very much. The next respect, I will have to in mind for the presidential remand or acceptance speech. So, you're welcome, sir.
Members of the Board of Trustees. Newly elected commissioner, and the entire government. Yeah, yes. Like this say that the hard work will be added more hard work. I want to claim that the good things is all done. That we endorse our main election. Moving on to members of this ethical committee. I believe that at the end of the day, we are more value the progress of our border group and to the entire community now. Thank you very much.
Now, without A, B, C, and something. The president.
The members of the committee, like said before today, I've come along and reminded you of the pressure. I want to use my opportunity to give the medical those who are constantly going to that great face armor. Our staff gave the word of application to Chief Dr. J. Ambo, who took care. Next is opposition to the proposed that overall presentation, not better one. Next is party mobility with numerous conclusions. Next is class for 72, 76, which I will bring my class. The one is going, like I was on the front line. Next, in the class of 73, 77. Next is the class of 80, 90. Next is the member of the board of trustees. Friday. Giving the control to this day. Next is the member of the board of trustees. Marshal Room. Otumba, the Swami Go. Next is World Football Association Europe branch. Next is Professor Moru Adelekon. Next is Professor Yusuf Olaoluwaye. Sam. Next is the chairman of the league and the apart from me, Arrowhead for the Euro branch. They have also contributed immensely personally to the development of this structure. Next is Adetunbi Ramon Nolati. That is right. Somebody is signing him. The committee is five of billion. And each time I go to the area to see the program, we go to the whole day. And very recently, we came for the IEAT, the unit. And I told him about the problem with the president. He increased of it and said, what can he say? This money. Thank me. Thank to each of the four boys, some of them now 60,000 for all to buy air conditioning to them. It's the very next is the guard of 79. And then the prayer is going to elect their way. Don't go away. And when we are in the last year, so I have to call him to complete. So one day before you tell you, I tell you, I don't want that here. Don't call him in the mountain. They will still go to me. Next is Olujobi Adekunle Lee and Olujobi that change the place. Next, is Adesomi Lukuola, the chairman of the class of the state. Would have been here with the very over the very ceremony of the woman. Next, the chief national of the class of 26. I have been over the job. The big name is the Polishing. You get on the difficult chair and you rock. I will invite members to listen to the which one. We inherited it and we lay about for people. And the people also gave us the preach. Which is already marked there. And one of our members of the trustees, that will be go, they were standing fan. Even for children. Next is class of 21. Class of 21. Next is Adebolo family. That's the class of 25. Yeah, Adebolo family and the in the support in the overall application. We appreciate the family. Next is class of 24, 28. On this that is very good. Next is class of 24. The another big step for that. Class of 24. Next is class of 84. Next is Adeli Kabir. Well, Adeli Kabir also resides in Australia. Last time I said, he took me to a very fine restaurant. The big food, Lagos restaurant. Next is the Chairman Muley. Honestly, I don't know how to present this to him personally. And I think the next time, I can't do it. Thank you for traveling all the way from the United States. To find investors, you know that 3 years ago when I said that I was vice president and I just talked today about the possibility of taking out the football. They actually gave me 50 funds, 50,000. Thank you very much. Sir. Next is Taiwo Obe. No. No. Taiwo Obe is a young journalist and have been anchoring the diamond session every year. Next is Dr. Robert Boji, the National Defense Fund. We are appreciating. Next is the first unit. I think it will be. It's also the United States of America, the member of the class of 20. Next is before the graduation, and also the member of the class of 26. Next is C.I. Bailey. Next is our infatigable treasurer, who actually defied the election of the school fair. I will tell you. Next is the class of 82. David. Now, just remember to go so many names. Next is the class of 81. Next is the class of 85. These are all the things to be picked by our high chairman. Next is the class of 21 to 5. Our immediate senior. I'm going to say if your body does those days, the day we are going to hide my power. Next is our Vice President. He has played a very major role in the registration of ETA, which he has solely anchored successfully. Like I said, when we took over years ago, I divided above the tangible and the intangible. The tangible are being infrastructure. Like intangible means training with play, educating with play, because you cannot see, you can't sit down. And they are going to learn to job that regard. Thank you very much for
You hold on. Never read that side. It's a long thought.
I just open up and see particular. Ah!
Don't quote. Don't quote. These people do bad, no, I say. Press people. Eh?
We also have the award of certain things.
Eh?
Of members who have made effort to contribute to the renovation of the creation of power. Well, this year is Oladosu Barry. Oladosu Barry. Ruben Rutsi Faji. You know what I mean? Elder Shane Peters. The chairman of the Utmost, not necessarily the moment. Like, oh, you're going to have a no, who was saying, that's the important of the movement. It's a kind of unique, everybody. Then finally, for only the least, our anchor man is available. Now, always looks, they're going to advise you that so you go to dance before it goes in place. Well,
It's an understanding. It's not wonderful. Maybe about this class. It says, in the case of what is if that class, they are in my house. They don't belong to me. They belong to the person. I'm not less than the person. I think it's value for everyone. All of the goals is that the effort to create a environment where self and located space with I don't know, where we can keep this class, we can take them forever. I want to get that in last. Already your body complete in my house. I'll not be at that forever. Like that, nobody will take them. Put them away. So please, consider. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your contribution. Presentation is presented to the class. That's what we are applying for.
Before you go to the stars, some medication we have done, and the finding by the coordinating doctor said that if you look at the range of the I think let me say cleanse, and it's observed, those are good things that you want to say, but you have doctors, you have your say just this, your observation of how to get it. In the what that's we have the essential. Because of the number of causes that you offer in Ghana. That is the foundation of what we do today. Now, the average age of all of us is 60. That's the average age. And it is 3 and 60. Was that. Now, we don't have any other ways. For normal weight, we have 12 people. Overweight, we have 4. And for weight, we have 3. According to what we have to weigh. Then, you have to ask the question. Maybe it is the one that is going to people to believe that. So now, there are only 2 people reported that they are 12 people. Then, the retirees, we have only 4. And others than 3. So, we are appealing now to our clergy. Now, when you get to this stage, please don't go and mistake that don't fall. We have seen some that preachers, while they are preaching and doing this everything on the stage, they fell down. And that's okay. So please, please don't go and do that. What's this God? And let God sit there on the video. Then our retirees, don't let us sit down at home. Let's look for someone to play. Okay? The money needs to go. So we should walk and walk and walk. For others, let us be wondering what we are doing. So you can walk and walk. Okay, your phone on your watch, and then you can go to our state of the game. Then you share regularly. I'm going to want to start with food. Right? Some are shown that when we mix you have the sugar level right. So don't go for much good health and good anything. Then these vegetables regularly. Now they are that they are going to be calling you just for a checkup to see that you are doing well. But they are still young and still to that. So please, our lifestyle, we need to do that. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you. I want to go to the vice president.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. On behalf of the POC and the National Executive Committee, I'd like to say very big thanks for those of us who are able to make it here.
as well as those who are watching us online. We sincerely pray that next time we are having the AGM, we also see it as an opportunity for us to bond together, as an opportunity for us to network together, as an opportunity for us to see our faces and appreciate ourselves. So we hope that next year the AGM will be quite larger than this. But for those of us who are here, we wish you, and for those who came all the way from overseas, we wish you God's grace and joy mercy. And we sincerely pray that you will not miss any one of you. By His special grace for God. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Thank you. For those of us that are traveling, join Mercy. I wish you all back. And please, let us work on the issue of mobilizing for the payment of annual dues. Please let us coordinate and God will bless us and help us in Jesus' name. Thank you again. On behalf of the executive, hello, please, allow the leader of the executive to want to say thank you for coming and God bless you. Please.
Well, begin the share. I will get it at the feet. Okay, I'll do it for you. I did. Thank you.
Mẹ́jọ láti aṣáájú.
Síbi àtìlẹ́, tó bá gbó síbi àtìlẹ́, ọ̀nà síbi àtìlẹ́, tó bá kàn mí síbi àtìlẹ́, èyí mọ̀nà tó máa gba mi.
I don't get this thing. Vou finish now. Vou finish. Não vou finish. Ready? Ibo ni wọ́n wà fún ìgbà rẹ̀ pa. Ó kàn ń ṣe àti pé a máa dúró dé o. A ṣe wà ń bẹ àpáàtì náà. Ṣé tó ṣe wọ. Get this thing. You know, inside. Ainda vai então.